Welcome to Afropulse, the heartbeat of the people. If this is your first time here, don't just scroll past, subscribe now. Because here, we tell it raw, we tell it real, and we tell it for Africa. No filters. No fear. Only truth that echoes across the continent. So tap in. Lock in. Because what you're about to hear is more than a quote, it's a reality check for the entire world. President Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, young, defiant, unshaken, just dropped a statement so powerful, it's got the halls of global diplomacy rattling. In a recent address, he said, "They steal our cow and then give us the intestines as aid." A sentence, a metaphor, a truth as sharp as a spear. Let that sink in. What he's saying isn't poetry, it's lived experience. It's about how the wealth of Africa, its gold, its oil, its land, its people, is being siphoned off by global powers, only for scraps to be returned, labeled as foreign aid. And the world expects us to say thank you. But Traoré is saying what millions have felt. We're done pretending this is generosity. It's robbery, dressed in a suit. This is the fire of the new Africa. The Africa that sees, that remembers, that calculates, and that will no longer be silent. Because let's break it down. The cow represents Africa's vast natural resources. Minerals that power smartphones. Cocoa that fills shelves in Europe. Oil that runs cars in the West. Uranium that lights up French homes. And yet, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali remain in darkness. They take the cow, our wealth, and leave us with intestines, the leftovers. Then return, proudly waving donation checks, sacks of rice, expired medicines, and development projects that only benefit themselves. All while dictating how we should run our countries, our economies, and even our dreams. That is not aid. That is control. Traoré's words aren't just powerful. They're exposing a global scam. For decades, Africa has been positioned as the eternal beggar. But behind every handout, there's a hidden hand that's been digging deep into the soil of our prosperity. And now, the truth is roaring through microphones, and the world can't mute it anymore. This isn't about Burkina Faso alone. This is the Sahel. This is West Africa. This is Congo. This is Sudan. This is all of us. For too long, African leaders who stood up were silenced, economically, politically, and sometimes even physically. But this generation? They're not backing down. Leaders like Traoré are young, sharp, and unbought. They're not here to negotiate dignity. They're here to reclaim it. And that's why this moment matters. Because when a president dares to compare foreign policy to theft, openly, unapologetically, a line has been crossed. Not just by the thieves, but by the people who've had enough. There are those who will criticize him, call him radical, call him anti-West. But let's be honest. What do you call a system that drains your land, then lends you back money with interest? That calls you developing while developing itself off your back? Traoré is not being extreme. He's being accurate. Now here's what they won't say on TV. Africa has never lacked wealth. It has lacked sovereignty. It has lacked unity. It has lacked leaders willing to put their own comfort on the line for the sake of truth. And now that's changing. You see, that cow they took? It's coming back. But not because they're giving it. Because we're taking it. We're building new alliances. Breaking old chains. Shifting from dependency to self-determination. And when leaders speak with this kind of clarity, this kind of courage, they light a fire that no IMF loan can put out. It's time to stop measuring Africa's strength by GDP. Start measuring it by its spirit, by its resistance, by the sound of millions who now see through the illusion. So what does this mean for you? It means you can't stay silent. If you're African in Africa or in the diaspora, this is your fight too. Economic justice is not a political issue. It's a human one. The cow doesn't just belong to presidents. It belongs to every child who deserves education, every farmer who deserves ownership, every worker who deserves fair pay. We've been told to be grateful for intestines while our cows are paraded in foreign markets. No more. So if this truth hits you deep, if it speaks to your soul, subscribe to Afropulse now. Because we're not here to entertain, we're here to awaken. Drop a comment. Share this. Let's make this moment echo across the continent. Because one voice can start a fire, but a people awakened? That's a revolution. This is Afropulse, the heartbeat of Africa. And this pulse? It won't stop. Not now. Not ever.